Right, so today we're going to be doing a look at and run through on the Champ of the Birds this week, which is the Emberiza Strinella or Yellowhammer, of which it is. Current score from Grub of Banter 158. But I'm just going to do a run through of what I've solved out so far. I get a pretty decently high score. I haven't quite hit that top score, but something you could potentially look at and maybe you could do better for yourself. Just let me know in the comments. But what I like to start off with is the yellow hammer and the common golden eye. With those, we'll take the fish, worm, and cherry. The cherry is important for later, you'll see why. And then we want to do the site selection expert, and we're going to look to achieve the max of 15 points on this one. So we need to make sure that we look out for what birds we play in each column. So our first turn is to play the common golden eye in the wetlands. And we are going to be using no nectar, but rather the fish and the vertebrate to pay for this one. And you'll see why now is because what the next thing we want to do is actually draw some birds. So we're going to take the Multani warbler because of its bowl nest, and it can be played in the fields. And we're going to take the top of the card here, which will give us the turkey vulture, and that is also an important bird that we need. We'll see now that we've got the gold's finch that shows up. We of course want this one, that is important, with the tree nest. And we'll top deck again for the eastern kingbird, which is a bird that we will be using. So those are the birds that we need from round one. Now we're going to start playing some birds. So we're going to be putting the turkey vulture in the forest. Food no cost, of course. And then we're going to be playing the gold's finch. The gold's finch into the fields. And we will use the nectar on this one. It's important to use the nectar for the fields line. We need to get higher than 10 is what the Automa gets. Alright, once we've got that, we look at some food. Obviously take the nectar. Second to last turn, we want eggs so we can play some more birds. We'll put those both on the gold's finch. We then benefit from our turkey vulture. We'll take a nectar. And we'll benefit again from the turkey vulture. So the point is to play these three birds all within this turn and then the round end turns. So we'll start with the Multani warbler. We want to do bowl nests, because the eastern kingbird will go into the wetlands over here with a bowl nest as well. So we want to use our 2 nectar, of course. Sacrifice an egg. Again, benefits from the turkey vulture, we'll take that. And now we want to use our round end. So we'll first start off with the Multani warbler, play the yellow hammer right next to it. Again, using 2 nectar. That's where we want our nectar to go first. And then now we're going to be playing the eastern kingbird, but we need eggs first. So we go common golden eye ability to lay the 2 eggs there. And then we'll use the yellow hammer to play the eastern kingbird in the wetlands. And that will be done with the cherry that we took. Sacrifice the egg. And that gives us the round 1 win on cubes on a player bird. Now we're looking to get the eggs in the tree nest. Make sure that we can win it. We need more than 7. So starting off, what I like to do here is grab 2 birds. So I grab the black-billed magpie and I top deck here, which gives me the Barrow's golden eye. We're not going to play that, but we need the black-billed magpie. I then look at the splendid fairy wren. Star nest, easy to play up here in the grasslands. And we want to top deck for the belted kingfisher. This is a card that we will be using. Great. Turn 5 now. We're going to be gaining some food. So what we want to do is get the kingfisher down in time so that once the Automa plays his move, I think by turn 4, that we benefit then from the kingfisher. because we only got one egg at this time. So this next turn we will see the benefits from these 3 birds. We'll use the 2 nectar to do so. Sacrifice an egg. And we will now gain a vertebrate. We'll gain a fish. And we of course will take a nectar with our turkey vulture. Right, the next move we want now is we want to actually get the, I believe the splendid fairy would probably best to get down next. So actually what we want to do is lay the eggs. So we need eggs. So what we're going to do is we're going to discard the Barrow's Goldeneye. And we're going to discard a nectar. It's important to discard a nectar here. This will help us get over the 10 that we need by the end. So we're going to have 4 eggs, which I'll put all into the Belted Kingfisher. Star Nest, which will count for our round goal. We then obtain a vertebrate, a fish, and again we'll take another nectar. Now with the last 2 turns left, what we want to do is we want to make sure we have enough food to play these 2 birds by our round end abilities of Multani Warbler and the Yellow Hammer. And we can get a max of 3 nectar, which is fine because the Splendid Fair Wind will be played with an additional vertebrate. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a nectar, re-roll, take a nectar, and the final move, what we're going to do is we're going to discard food, and that will be a fish, and discard another food will be a fish, and we got 4 which we can lay here. Alright, now at the end we are going to take the Multani Warbler ability. We are going to play the Splendid Fairy. Doesn't matter which order we play them in. Just make sure that with the Splendid Fairy you don't use both nectar, you use a nectar and a vertebrate to play him. We'll use an egg. And what I want to do now is I want to keep the middle line of birds in the fields clear of eggs, and you'll see why in the next round for the bird that we're going to be playing. We then go Yellow Hammer. We will play the black-billed magpie, this time using both nectar, and we'll sacrifice the eggs from the gold's finch. And then we'll common goldeneye and lay the max amount of eggs, and this will give us a total of 9 where we ever want round 2. Now round 3, what we want to do is food and then eggs. And why is that? Is because the Automa will be taking birds and these will be changing up to get to the point where we get the birds we need in one go. So we'll start with food. And then we're going to take some eggs. I think we don't actually, we'll keep that vertebrate in case. So we're just going to lay 3 eggs, and I'm going to put all 3 on the Splendid Fair Wren. Alright, now what we can do is grab all 3 birds that we need. So we've got the Malleefowl, which will be playing, the black red start, and we'll need to sacrifice an egg from the golden common eye to grab the 3rd bird, which is the grey lag goose. And this bird's important to helping us win the 3rd round goal, which is to win in the wetland. Alright, so we do still need to play a bird, but in order to play a bird we need a bit more food. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab 2 nectar right now. Right, we've got 2 turns left. We need to play at least one of these birds. I'm just thinking here quickly that we should probably play the grey leg goose first. I know the order here may not be particular, but I'm just trying to figure out. We've got 6 nectar, 6. We need 8 in total. We're going to get additional, I believe, this next round. So what I'm going to do is play the grey leg goose for the 3 nectar. We'll use 2 eggs from the common goldeneye because we'll be getting those eggs back. Yeah, so we take a vertebrate, we take another fish, we take another nectar, and another nectar, and that will give us the 5 that we need to play at the end. So with those abilities, probably what you want to do now is take some eggs, and we will discard a fish and we'll lay 4 eggs. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and we'll play another one there. We're gonna keep that empty because of the black-red start. Alright, so Multani Warbler will play there. Black-red start in the fields, sacrificing 2 eggs to do so. And then we will be able to use his ability. First we'll use the yellow hammer. There again, just making sure that all these eggs line up. The stars count obviously as what they are. So bowl, star, ground eggs, ground nests, star. We'll use the 2 nectar, of course. We'll take an egg from the eastern kingbird. And we'll take another egg from the bolted king. No, we only need to use 1 egg, sorry. Alright, then we can lay all eggs there. Common goldeneye, lay all the eggs there. And we win the waterbird round. Wetland round. Alright, and so round 4, we just need to make sure that the current starbirds that we have remain at 4, because the Automa only gets 3. So we've already won that one. So this last round, there's 3 more birds that we're looking to get. We're going to start off by, I believe, so we need 2 more nectar to win the forest line. And we need, I believe, 1 more, or is it 2 more? It doesn't matter. I think we're going to win that one anyways, just based on the bird that we need to play. So we're going to start off by laying 4 eggs, and I'm going to play all 4 over here, just because I want rotation on birds. Actually, I don't think we rotate them yet. Let me have a look. If I take the top, there we go, yeah. So there's the one we need. There's the second one. We're going to discard an egg from the common goldeneye to get the 4th one, which is the kakapau, which is what we need. Alright, now we're going to take some food. In doing so, I'm going to get rid of the little pied cormorant. And we're going to gain 3. Alright, perfect. This is the last time we get rewards from the Automa, from the birds that we have. We'll take, of course, the nectar and another nectar. So 5 nectar in total, and we've got 6 in what we need to play here, which is fine, because in the end we've got enough food to play all of them anyways. So 2 turns left. We're going to play a bird now. Make sure that we're playing, let's play the, actually what I want to do is, because it only takes 2 eggs, I want to play the orange-footed scrubfowl first. I don't want to use a nectar there. I guess it doesn't really matter. Won't matter because I can still use, so we'll use a nectar, it's fine. Take from the common golden eye. Alright, 2 birds left that we can play for round end. What we're going to do is just lay eggs. 1, 2, 3, and we'll put another one there. 4. Perfect. Alright, so round end we will play the American Avocat. Sacrifice an egg. Sacrifice an egg. The yellow hammer. We want to play the Cacapao. That is perfect. We'll sacrifice from the belted kingfisher, and we will take 1 off of the splendid fair wren. I think that should be fine. And then the common golden eye, we can lay all the eggs there, and that shall give us hopefully a decent score. So we win the last round, and then we have a look at our end of game abilities. So we lay a total of 6 eggs with the splendid fairy wren. We lay all 10 with the orange-footed scrub foal, and then we lay a lot with the malleefowl, 6 as well. So it'll give us a total of 46 out of a possible 48 eggs. Then the Cacapao, we choose the behaviorist, which is what we're looking for at the end. That's why we've got 3 different colors in each. You'll see here. All of them made up of blue, yellow, and red abilities, or pink abilities in each row, which makes sure that we have the 15 maximum for the behaviorist. Bonus card. No more birds to play with the Gold's Finch, and we look at our total of 154. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know how or what could be differently to get a higher score or closer to that 158, and let me know what you might have done differently as well. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to seeing you again.